Okay, so the next step is to enable nautical charts in OsmAnd. And this can easily be done with the plugin for nautical charts, which is here, nautical map view. Enable it, and it also adds a boating profile. It enables it. And there we are. It's enabled, so now we tap here and switch to the boating profile. Now if we look at the map now, water is blue, land is sand color, and sea marks like buoys and harbors and stuff like that suddenly appear on the map. These data is already contained in the map files you've downloaded, but it's only shown in the boating profile, which can be tweaked further. So we will look into the various settings here. Okay, so what do we see on the map? We see fairways in green, buoys, and the land, tidal flats with this wetland-like color. So if you zoom in more closely, you even see the names of the buoys, and in braces also the light color and group and period and stuff like this. It does not follow the standard that is used in the international one chart, but you know what it means. Okay, now we can tweak the settings a bit. So you click that icon and then you go into the map configuration here. The map source is a vector chart. This is why you see the buoys. And you could now add nautical depth data. Then you have to download an additional file that this data is shown, but it's of poor quality, so I do not use it. And yeah, rendering style is nautical. Yeah, you can actually leave it like this. You could tweak some details here, but I didn't see any difference in this kind of maps. So what we can do is we could add some, we can go into the settings for the boating profile and then look into the general settings. Okay, map orientation is up, automatic, stuff like that, region, so that we can unit of length. I want to have nautical miles and meters for the boating profile. Coordinate format is decimal minutes. And full angles, and, okay, knots, this is right. So that we have this set up. Okay, navigation settings, this is when you use routing, which I actually only use maybe for planning, to calculate the estimated distance or something like that. Yeah, that's basically it, the units. And then we can also go into the configure screen section. And here you can say, oh, the compass I always want to have displayed. We enable measure distance by tap. And then we can go to this right panel. And then I like to have here the GPS info, the radius ruler, and average speed. You could also add sunrise, sunset if you're interested in this. Okay, then we go into, here we have this page. I ordered like this. Okay, the current speed, average speed, I put on top here. Okay, parking, I don't want this. And distance, this is the real, if I recorded the track, the distance traveled. Okay, so then I apply this. And then the map looks like that. Then here on top you have the GPS status, the current speed, or average speed, and you can start the recorder. And here you can display these range rings. If you touch here, then you get the center of the map, get a marker with range rings to quickly measure distances. You can display them in different favors or turn them off. And then on top here you have these compass icon, so that means now you're in the north up mode, but if you turn the map, then the compass turns. If you touch it once, then it will snap back to north up. If you touch it once more, you get this blue array, so it automatically orientates the map in the direction of travel, or you can really use the built-in compass of the phone. So now if I turn the phone, the map turns north, and then you can switch back to north up. Okay, so now if we enable this button down here, it goes to my position. It's the first time I use it, so I have to allow location access to the location API. So it did that. That didn't jump to my home position, but now I can find I turned on distance measure on tap. So if I now tap here, it measures the distance to my location, and if I tap with 2 fingers, you just get a quick measure. So you can, if you want to know the distance between 2 points, you just zoom in and tap here, and it tells you it's 3.4 miles. So this is really handy. And yeah, that's basically it. So now you have a nautical chart here, more or less. You don't have any depth information, but like depth soundings, but you have the buoys, you have some indication where tidal flats are, and you have all kind of useful information here for boating. So it's a pretty basic but kind of useful nautical chart in OsmAnd. So what you have here is a current speed on top. This green thing here indicates your average speed. I think average about half an hour. Yeah. Okay, and in the next video I will quickly talk about live updates.